Semi-final number 1 finally starting. We have a Reprisal here with a Mountain King first. Lucifer starting this with Fiend first, late hero. On the other side we have Fly as an undead, starting with the Blade Master obviously for the damage, and 1-2-0 going back. No race switching anymore, no double orc. He is the undead and going Fiends first, just like Lucifer does. So, what will those two race combos play? I guess, as we see, Fiends are set in stone. Fiends are good in, like, every moment of the matchup, I guess. In the early, of course, it takes a little longer, but they do have good damage right from the start. Later, they are anti-air. Never bad to have Fiends, especially if you have, like, a blocker line to defend them. So that's what the Grunts for Fly will be there for. Barracks a little later, so Blade Master first and Shop first. He will most likely go for the Harass, or on this map, for the consumable. I don't know if it's still there, but since Reprisal is actively going for one of those trappers here, it should be the case. And my Warcraft is still in Chinese. Damn, I gotta fix that in the break. Starting off with Clap first, so our prediction was quite right. That this is a big spell in level 1 now, in 2 and 2 especially. Ring of Protection +3 for him, not the biggest thing that you can grab. And it did change then. So it's not the consumable anymore. And a few mercenaries here as well, with the Satire, with the Thunder Lizard. But of course that will only come available later. And as it oftentimes is, it's just a little harassment at the start. Without Stormbolt, the Blade Master is in no danger at all. And of course, everybody wants to rush to the auras, to the Unholy Aura, and tech to tier 2. That's the case here for the Orc. 1-2-0 a little late, or like Lucifer as well, the Undeads with their Fiend opening, always a little late. Tier 1 also for Reprisal. So he's not actively rushing tier 2 or 3 for mortar teams, but I guess feeding the Undead for a few Fiends and going quite a few Footmen as well. Dude, I feel so rusty after not casting 3 days. It's crazy.
You're gonna get there, Neo.
Yeah,
I believe.
Thank you, Hundsködel, for the sub. Nice nick as well. So, Coil of 1-0, a little too late here. Who's asleep being used? Alright. On this Mountain King, who's not waking up. Stormbolt on level 2 now. Sleep again from this priest, I guess. Mass Militia being called as well. Nice coil by Lucifer. And I think the Chinese team is fending them off for now. Yeah, this expansion certainly not gonna work with the 3 Fiends still being there. Level 2 for both of the Undead teams. And Blade Master's coming in Windwalk. He wants this Wolf on level 6. Lots of skeletons, lots of footmen getting it surrounded the decay here. Oh, Blade Master popping one out. Well done by Fly. There is a stun on the decay, so that will result in a town portal, of course, in 2 and 2. You don't want to give up your hero at all. And you rebuy a lot of TPs, so that's fine. So, there was a big creep jack, but I don't think too many losses on the Korean side. The winner of this is obviously in the winner bracket final, which means top 3 guaranteed of those 8 teams. So Blade Master versus Blade Master. DK versus Blade Master, sorry. And the Blade Master gets the experience here, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, getting up to level 2, Critical Strike is available. Zombie Mask for the Mountain King though, and that's quite good. In the meantime, 1-0 is creeping up close to level 3. Once he finishes this, especially the level 6 Wolf, then it's all fine. Fly is assisting a little with this Grunt. Now coming in, and with the Zombie Mask as well. Yes. So pretty good items for both teams so far.
A player's forces are under attack.
Interesting. T2 tech by Reprisal plus a Blacksmith. On the other side, Shadowhunter is already out for Fly, Spirit Lodge, and Beastery, so Raider Walker play. Tier 3 on the way for 1-0 as well. And the Lich second, that should be set in stone for Lucifer as well, but we'll see about that. Another little creep jack here, but it's only Reprisal with his Mountain King. while Lucifer is creeping in the south. Now that the Shadowhunter is here, time for a few pickups, I guess, or maybe the forced town portal of this MK, but he's super tanky with +5 armor, holy shit, so it's only a footman that dies here. And Lucifer having some trouble with the satires.
Was that camp changed?
I think so. Haven't seen that before, I guess.
Yeah, this seems new.
Yeah,
Curse
so
and everything. One of the wind can be put to great use.
indeed. Especially against Shadowhunter and or DK. So no rush in this game. Just building bases. Tier 2 for Lucifer is ready as well. Slaughterhouse is coming. Little slower everything is for the Korean than it is for 1-0. But of course Reprisal is even later. No expansion at all. Big healing potion now for the MK. DK, not the greatest inventory of all times. But in 2-2 heroes doesn't really matter that much. It's more about, oh, auras, and that's fine, man. Especially for the Fiends. This is so cool. +3, basically a free attack upgrade. And 1-0 with his skeleton scouting, as he oftentimes does, seeing what Lucifer is doing, and he sees no tier 3. Wind of the Wind being used to the first Raider, which is always nice. Decent surround as well. Level 3 on the Mountain King, level 3 on the DK. I think the Koreans are set.
It's just a tier 2 timing from them.
Looks like it, right?
Usually undeads need their tier 3. Don't really can live up to their full potential, only tier 2. Interesting.
Ooh, when the Koreans start a creep check, look how hurt everything is for Reprisal. Nope, not gonna work. So double TP force, and they get the creep spot right next to Lucifer's base, which is not supposed to happen usually. Shadowhunter level 2 already. Plus another Sobi mask, man. That is sick. 2 Sobi masks on the side of the Chinese players now. And no TP for Reprisal. Rushing tier 3, going double workshop. That should be mortar teams usually. Maybe he's throwing in 1 or 2 knights as well. But there's Destroyer upgrade already. And the Crypt Lord. Impale got buffed, as Remo said. 50% damage increase.
A player's forces are under
which is,
attack.
especially in 2-2, really cool. Oh boy. Potion. This one is really, really big, man. 500 HP, 200 mana. But creep check for the Koreans now. Wind of the Wind being used again. And the Ant Snare is flying here. So that's quite unlucky. Fiend is dead. But nice position for the Fiends here, I guess. So they take out the spiders first. We have a Blood Mage on Reprisal's side. Obviously, he was the one in 2015, bringing him back to meta. 2 statues in the back. You can't really fight there, man. This Lich is so sick. +12. Oh boy.
I like how this map is designed though. There's some narrow chokes, there's a wide open space at the same time. We had it in 1v1 a while ago, that was weird, but 2v2 it seems to be pretty nice.
Yeah, I agree. Statue being caught off guard here. We get the revenge kill, level 3 on the SH. Oh, and Invo Potion and Heal Scroll. Do they have Backpack? No, I would suggest having Backpack and then get the Orb. Because he's already on tier 3. 1-0 is. But now the mortal teams are there. So will that help? We have a Furbolg here for rejuvenation. That's quite nice because there is no Dispel yet. Reprisal far in the back. Of course the nuke now is insane if he goes Banish, Bolt, Coil Nova. But Lucifer Slaughterhouse falls and so no more statues. He rebuilds it immediately. He has 2, but the one gets another Ant Snare. For me, looks like 1-0 and Fly. They really have the better end of this game so far. No Crypt Lord for him. Of course the Crypt Lord might be the reason. And the carry of the Orb. Yeah. We have +20 on this Lich. And additional mana. I don't know how they want to fight this, but we'll see about that. There was the first Impale. Hitting not too much, but he's only going for the DK who has no potion, no TP. Here's Banish, here's the Bolt, getting rid of half of the HP. Nova as well. So he has to use the big potion. Impale again, and now focus fire on the Lich. Invo Potion on him too. But yeah, you saw how powerful that nuke can be. The mortar teams don't really do too much. I don't know if they have fragmentation shards yet. I don't believe it, actually. Oh, no. Oh, so many mortar teams. 3 in the back of Reprisal's base, but they can't help. But the undead orc team retreats for now. They did enough damage. They don't want to overstay their welcome. They killed the slaughterhouse, they killed the crypt, they killed the altar. So Lucifer has to rebuild all of this.
And 1v2 actually expanded behind this.
Oh yeah, here we go.
Undead expansion in the 2v2.
Yeah, interesting that not Fly is doing it, but 1-2-0.
A player's forces are under attack.
So Lucifer's finally gonna get Destroyer Form upgrade. And the thing is, the Destroyers are gonna be very good against Spirit Link, but how long are they gonna survive against the Fiend on 1-0 side?
Yeah, there's gonna be Fiends and Ensnares, so a lot of disable. Oh, this rally wasn't too good by Lucifer. The Fiend running into the entire army. Mountain King in trouble, but there's a Clevin and whoa! Bandage saves him here. One of the wind being used to prevent more damage from the Blade Master. But okay, can the mortar teams carry this now? We have 5 of them. That's pretty insane, and Fragmentation Charge should be finished by now. Coda Beast is there, Destroyer in the air as well. They have to take out the mortar teams. They're just way too strong, using a coil, using a Nova, decimating them to 3 only. But the damage has been done already. Oh, Reprisal not microing this too well. The mortar team's just standing there, not kiting back. But we still have 3 more popping out of the workshops. And of course, siege damage against Destroyers is nice, but the Lich falls for 1-2-0. The dangerous nuke, and Reprisal is repositioning. He does have a shop, so this is quite risky. Ooh, we can't reach. Can he swap something? I don't think so. Paladin coming third. DK is surrounded. Fiend dies. Oh, this is not looking good. Almost twice the supply for 1-2-0 and Fly. And the Lich is falling for Lucifer as well. Who's still not level 3. Ah, there was another coil. Nice. Kodo Beast has eaten, is not attacked at all. Double Impale against the heroes. Hacks as well. Yeah, Frost Armor, but what's that worth? Nothing. Without the DK, you lose. Without the Lich, you lose. And that should be the third game in a row for Fly and 1-2-0 as they kill the Mountain King as well. And the Blood Mage will follow. 4 hero kills in less than a minute. And the 1-0 for Fly and 1-2-0.
Okay, so WFZ's and Yumiko's playstyle kind of saw a resurgence here. That more team rush. But good timing by 1-2-0 and Fly. Attacking before, 6 more teams can be pulled, before they have the big blocking line. Well executed, and well, didn't seem too hard actually for them.
True that. It was a good timing. Lucifer's tech was a lot later. Reprisal was also only on the way to tier 2, so didn't really work out for them, I guess.
I wonder why Lucifer teched so late. Did he want to contest the map more with more fiends and more statues? If they had destroyers earlier, they may have been able to break that contain easier. Difficult to say.
I guess they wanted to expand because they went for this expansion creep so early, but then they got a lot of losses in that game, during that creep.
So you said you copied your maps from the NetEase folder?
Yeah. Like you have a NetEase Warcraft 3, right? That is different from the normal Warcraft 3.
I just have the normal Warcraft 3 and I have a NetEase folder.
You didn't download it before from NetEase? Because when I want to select my normal Warcraft, it says it's corrupted or something.
No, I have...
So in the options where you chose the path, you can download the Chinese version.
Okay.
I always use that. Thank you very much, Dead Goat for the sub, and Hotfix Guru as well, 2 months already. Thanks for the amazing cast. I watch mostly on YouTube, so thank you for uploading content there. Thank you for subscribing here, my man.
Lost Temple is going to be our next map.
Oh, yeah.
Very iconic Blizzard maps being created for multiple games, in fact. Back in the day, back in, oh my god, 2005, this was played in 1v1. Can you imagine this? Like a map of this size? That, of course, not the case anymore. In 2v2 still. We oftentimes talk about the fountain, how important it is, but I remember our last 2 games that we casted, actually the winners of the fountains continued to lose the game.
Indeed.
Which blew my mind. I'd never seen that before.
Did you hear the dog barking, by the way?
Yes.
Ah, I wonder what's up with that stupid thing.
Didn't you say you were like dog sitting for a couple of days?
Yeah, he's here again for the weekend, I guess.
Okay.
Maybe I have to check on him. But
You're the only guy home.
I don't know, actually. Roma is here as well, and maybe Dennis. I don't know. So I hope this works now for you.
So do I. So far, everything is looking good.
Yeah, but we were that far last time as well.
I see the players loading though. Oh, baby, it has worked.
Oh boy, nice.
Praise the Lord. Nice. Finally, I can see what's going on live immediately. All right, so in the bottom left, we have 1-0 and Fly starting the Chinese team. In the top right, Lucifer and Reprisal. They're both trailing here. 1 map loss away from dropping down to the lower bracket. They still have that safety net available to them. And already Reprisal has pinged out his natural because he has had the fortunate luck to be able to create the expansion between the 2 bases. That's one of the strengths for, well, I should say, that is something that you can very well do on LT if you want to expand. This is one of the safest maps to do it on, nicely tucked in between the 2 main bases.
True that. That is, of course, the opening that they were hoping for. And with an expansion, of course, everything is a lot easier. Do they, like 1-0 and Fly, do they have the firepower to shut it down early? I kind of doubt it.
The thing is, 1-0 is going for a ghoul build, so if he wants to be, he can be very aggressive here.
But it's also pretty far away.
Yes. As is on Lost Temple. Everything's really far away.
That's true though, yeah.
So, Peon Scout is going to move out from Fly. He will be seeing the human base very soon, and with that will assume, or always have in the back of his mind, that an expansion could be coming up. This will also mean a fairly late tech for him. 2 peons being sent out to Scout. Well, with 1-0 having a lot of ghouls, I guess he can give over the lumber to his ally.
Yeah, I agree. He will have plenty of lumber, so it should be fine. Why ghouls though? I mean, fiends are so good in 2 and 2.
Yeah, I mean, he can still transition. Maybe they are pretty certain that there is going to be an expansion, and fiends are going to be strong, but it takes a while to get them going.
Yeah, maybe it's just, but he's not going graveyard, right? So he's pulling the 4. He doesn't have the lumber to tech yet. Is he expanding?
Dude, it's a Farseer!
Oh, I didn't check that. Nice.
I didn't do that either. That's quite a surprise. Farseer against MK. Usually Windwalk really good to get all those Stormbolt surrounds. But of course the Wolves also don't care about getting Stormbolted too much.
That is true. Level 2 for the Mountain King instantly, because of course this is what the creep spot gives you. And yeah, the harass starts without a single arcane tower in the base, not even a scout tower. This is not good for Reprisal, I think.
I like the teamwork here by the Chinese team. Because they creeps the gold mine, and the peon is going to expand there, as it seems.
Yep.
I
I was checking for a 6th Acolyte, but it never came, so that makes sense. Orc expansion, of course, well, takes a lot of time as well. But it's just safer to go for the Orc expansion. And tier 2, by the way, so I guess 1-0 is feeding Fly quite hard at the moment.
Especially lumber needs to give over, but we said this before. He has so many ghouls, lumber isn't really the issue. MK going for the surround on the Farseer. Narrowly misses it. He has another chance. 2 more chances, in fact. Is he going to go for the Stormbolt on the grunt? That should be easier. Yes, he will.
And here we go. surround is closed and we will not be able to escape this. Reprisal, interesting, man. I've heard so many times Reprisal is retired. Reprisal is retired, but he plays a lot of cups recently. Also this 2-on-2 now. So I guess whenever the time allows it, he's there.
And this wolf harass in the main, dude, has killed 2 peasants only, but it's forced so much militia time.
Yeah.
So this is certainly expensive. Lucifer's moving across the map. Does he have the inkling that there might be a counter expo coming up? If he does, he can certainly cancel it. But he doesn't go further south.
Yeah, and thanks to this militia time, there's no lumber to power build now. This means the expansion of Reprisal is so late. Okay, finally. I think he got some lumber from Lucifer, who's still not teching either. So everything rather slow here.
Lucifer has scouted the expo down here. It's only halfway done. This should be ample time to cancel it, but how much damage is Reprisal going to take in the meantime?
More and more wolves join this base. 3 peasants back there are hurt. And yeah, another kill here. That's the 3rd one. Or the 4th already? I don't know. But yeah, DK Lucifer, he's arriving at the expansion. 60% done. He has 1 fiend. 3 fiends. Alright. That should be the kill. But on the other side, how can Reprisal... Whoa! That clap was sick!
Oh, but the scroll speed to get out as well. 1 ghoul is gonna be lost, but the rest survive, and the expo's safe, and the Koreans canceled the counter expansion.
Yeah.
Very nice turn of events for them.
Cool back and forth game, but Fly is already on tier 2. He's going double barracks. This is most likely mass raiders to just tear down this base. Pressure of Fly is getting higher and higher with more grunts coming in.
Needs to be careful not to get Stormbolt surrounded. He almost has the mana here, the MK. Couple more seconds. Oh, nice surround on the grunt here. Really good control by Reprisal. Can he get another one? He has the bolt ready. Only level 1 though. He went for clap. And actually TP out to save that grunt.
Alright. Was it worth it? I guess. Maybe if there's another Stormbolt. Could also... wait, is it Raiders? No, it's Wyvern actually. Oh yeah, against expansion, against almost no towers. That is a good alternative.
A player's forces are under attack.
1-0 here. Was trying to pressure Lucifer's base. Didn't really get too much done. He forced Lucifer back. He was also being attacked in his own main base, so there's lots of little pressure points and attacks everywhere. But these Wind Riders, man, they're gonna have to do some heavy lifting. Because of course the expo keeps on running and running.
Yeah, they really have to do something here. I mean, the human is still weak. Level 3 Mountain King is nice, but apart from that, it's only Footman in tier 1. He needs to be protected by Lucifer. On the other side, 1-0 is on the way to tier 3. Lich is coming, no slaughterhouse yet. He's also lacking lumber. But the middle creep begins, and this is always a tug of war for those 2 overseers.
They're still alive. Pretty much all 4 players are around the middle here. SH, the only second hero so far, comes in to join the battle. Is he going to be able to get the last hit with a timely hex, perhaps? Lots of footies and fiends here right now, though they are pretty damn strong. And where are the Wind Riders? They're in the main. They're canceling the towers, but we're going to focus on the middle. The first one goes to the Korean team. Level up here for the MK, already on level 4. Holy shit. He got so much experience. Stronger Stormbolt now for him. And the towers actually did come up. Yeah. The Wind Riders could not cancel them.
Perfect timing for Reprisal. Again, it's a little bit of repair time. He's stopping to mine for some reason. Stormbolt on the Farseer though. Hex on the DK, so there's no surround. Or is there? Wow. That was a picture perfect surround. There's no TP on the Farseer. Damn, did you see that? Quite a few 4 units around there.
Yeah, and they tried with a counter block of like 3 of their own heroes, but it just wasn't quite good enough.
Yeah.
And now this is looking very dire for the Chinese. Tier 2 for the Undead is done. Web must be finished now or will be coming in just a moment. I think he already has it. And then these Wind Riders can certainly not hope to win a fight.
On the other side, 1-0 is almost on tier 3, going double Slaughterhouse for a big destroyer push against the Expo most likely. Another Fiend pickup here for 1-0 and Fly, but the big one goes to Lucifer. And that is the Hellstone. He has also a mana potion and level 3. That's a lot of coils.
Yeah, they have so much stuff here. And if the MK reaches, he has the boots here. He should be able to get into range, holding on to his mana still though. And counter expansion attempt number 2, it's gonna get cancelled again.
Yep. Here we go. Yeah, that's for sure a kill. Will they go into the undead base? Then they will see the double slaughterhouse. Ghoul Frenzy upgrade for 1-0 as well. Lucifer again super late on the tier 3 tech. There's Masonry for Reprisal, more towers, blacksmith, shop, all that good stuff.
It's looking dire now for the Chinese. So many ghouls though for 1-0. And he's gonna have destroyers as well soon, but not too many yet. And there's already a whole bunch of fiends out for Lucifer.
Yeah, absolute key moment in the game when Lucifer shut down the expansion after 3 minutes or 4 minutes.
And I think 1-0 after creeping that gold mine should have been more aggressive. He took some time to creep in the middle. I think he should have run right across to force the response from the Koreans back at home to, you know, buy the time for their own expo. Didn't quite work out though, and now this Korean army, it may only be a tier 1, but it's really big.
Yeah, except the second heroes, we only have tier 1 units, but we are going for the fast tier again, and he's dying again on level 2. So squishy, just like an Archmage. Nice call by Lucifer as well. There is a web, but not too much. Losing more fiends here, and he's not targeting the Wyvern correctly. Finally he is. Fast tier in trouble as well, finished off with the clap. That was sweet.
If they can take out all the fiends, maybe the Wind Riders can do it for them. But the MK so much more mana. He used the greater mana there before going for the DK. Next, is the Stomp gonna last long enough? The stun, I mean, yes it was. First hero for the Undead dead as well. Wind Rider's gonna get picked off now one by one. The Destroyers didn't manage to do enough. MK level 5 here. No mana anymore. But he's gonna have it soon. And they didn't even need to win this fight, really. It just needed to survive, but they are winning this fight in the end.
Mountain King is quite low though. He's super fast, by the way, thanks to Unholy Aura and Boots. And yeah, it's gonna be more and more pickups for those Wyvern, as you said, don't last that long. Nova though needs a potion, and Reprisal is safe with this. Lich in the middle of everything, catches the Stormbolt, is dead as well. Is every single hero dead at this point? I think so.
I think so, right? Yep, every single one. That's rough. This game seems to be absolutely over.
They do want to stay in this fight though, in this game though. Tier 3 on the way for Reprisal. Blood Mage second again. We have the triple workshop running. And yeah, a lot of gold. He has 1.6k already. That's quite sick. I kind of love that we have resources for the teams now. That's so cool. We didn't have that before. Captain America helmet for the DK. Decent.
A player's forces are under attack.
But of course he wants something else in there.
Is he gonna go for the island here? Zeppelin? No.
He's sending a peon though. So maybe mass expansions is the solution for Fly now. I don't know. He's transitioning into Raiders, which should be a lot better at this point. But then on the other side we will get mortar teams with fragmentation shards, and then Raiders don't do too much as well.
Yeah, I mean the end snares are always valuable, but where's the damage? Wind Riders, I suppose. And well, there's no fiends on 1-0's side. He has destroyers, but once they get webbed, they're gonna die off quickly as well. Again, the expansion getting cancelled. There's a new one coming up in the corner, but is that even good enough at this point, even if he gets it up?
I don't know. Plus, the mortar teams are getting the flare upgrade, so he can scout every single expansion position, and we'll see that. He has so many mortar teams in a bit that he can scout everywhere all the time.
Lucifer is going Temple of the Damned, by the way. It's actually going to be Necromancers. And a Dreadlord third.
Oh yeah.
For Lucifer.
Is this trolling already, or is it really good
player's
against
forces are
something.
under attack.
Ooh, double multi-team interception. Quite cool. We see the Dreadlord with sleep, but immediately woken up. Thanks to the Chakrams, and so yeah, that is 2 kills.
I think they have to use their mobility here. They have raiders, they have speed scrolls, they have destroyers. It's all very mobile. Maybe they need to dart back and forth between the bases, find pickups, keep the Korean team busy, buy time for their expansion. And then, I don't know, win this over the very long term. And maybe go for some baseline here as well, but oh my god, the combo. The Farseer just popped again, you were right. This hero just died way too easy. And so does the SH. And the raiders to follow.
I think it was the 5th hero of Fly that died.
Yep. This combo banished Coil Nova. It's pretty sick.
Don't forget about Clap and Stormbolt as well. So yeah,
Player's forces are
hero
under attack.
kill strategy by Lucifer and Reprisal. Working out nicely. Must be so much fun to play. 1-0 is going into the base, but there are 4 towers and Knights as well. So yeah, Knights, then the Fiends, then the Mortar teams. Gonna be good. 4 Mortar teams already with fragmentation shards. He's going for the Lich. Oh my god, this is so sick.
So, Stormbolt first? Oh no! Could have killed him. Oh no, he dispelled it with his own destroyer. I'm sorry. I thought he woke him up.
Banshees are coming as well. Fly a little desperate, trying to kill something at least.
He's gonna get some rules here. I imagine he has pillage. Yeah, he does. So, he gets a bit of money here as well. But this all looks very desperate.
Town is
Yeah,
under
we have a
siege.
30 supply advantage for the Chinese. But is the expansion running? Yeah, the expansion is running for Fly, but only 1 peon inside. And the Shadowhunter dies again. This is kill number 7 or something against his heroes. And with the siege damage he has now, and the normal damage he has now. The expansion is up, but who cares if your main is down?
Seems like Fly is trying to force the TP back from Lucifer, but there's towers in the main. There's no hero support here for these raiders and wind riders. Yeah, his main is absolute gonzo. 1-0 trying to creep up a little bit more, get to level 5, I suppose. Does that change something? I don't know.
This is so GG. They're not admitting it yet, but they must know it. 24 supply only for Fly. This is all he has. Can't get his heroes back. There's no tavern here, obviously. He doesn't have the burrows anymore.
A town
He's
is
expanding
under
for a
siege
second
under
time,
attack.
though. Priorities, I guess.
Maybe they're holding a bit of a council. What to do next? How to deal with that MK and hero new combo in general.
Yeah, what would be the solution? Like, is anti-magic shield even helpful against this?
It certainly is, yes. But the problem is the transition
A player's
there. Do
forces
you have the
are under
time for
attack.
that?
Well,
Of course, we have
Lucifer
to say-
certainly had.
This game was heavily influenced by that expo from the human side, so a different map could make this a lot more difficult.
Lots of destroyers now, though. 4-1-2-0. Some of them have mana. One is down already. Are there enough Fiends? He's trying to nuke them. It's working out well, I guess. The Raiders are storming through to these Mortar teams, but there's so many of them. The 1-0 is down to 51 supply as well. Has to be careful about his DK. And yeah, the destroyers are gone.
Are under attack.
Most teams are doing the job. Even Gyrocop is coming in against this. He's wrecked. GG. 1-1. We go full distance.
Two very one-sided games so far.
Yes.
It felt there for a while that the harass with the Farseer really kicked Reprisal in the nuts a little bit. Was hard for him to develop into the mid-game. But the towers, I think that was probably the most important point of that game. The towers coming up against the Wind Riders. Protecting the main.
Yeah.
If those Wind
timing.
Riders had free reign, this would have been very different. But just barely in time. Well done by the Koreans.
I agree. And some fun hero action as well. For 1,000 viewers, nice that so many of you are tuning in. Maybe you have a bridge day or something. Oh, like yesterday was Father's Day, here in Germany at least. I don't know if you celebrate that in other parts of the world as well. What did you do yesterday?
I worked as well.
Really?
Yeah.
So no Bollerwagen tour for you?
Nope. But I am very serious about drinking very little at the moment.
Wow. Well, I'm proud of you.
Yeah, you know.
If that's working out.
It's been working out pretty well. I've, as I told you, I tried to quit drinking completely.
Yep.
That's way too hard, dude. That's completely impossible.
Yep,
But
I can imagine.
I've cut down, and I'm trying to be a little healthy at the moment. Yeah. I always thought there was a pretty funny tradition. Excuse me. Like it's Father's Day in Germany. So what do? You meet up with your mates. You get like one of those little carts. You put beer inside, and then you walk around all day in the sun and get drunk in public.
Yep.
When did that start, and how did it start, and who do we have to thank for that?
Well, I guess it was a special day off for the fathers back in the, I don't know.
But it was everyone's day off, right?
Yeah, everyone's day off, but of course.
Why don't women on Mother's Day like walk around the city and pop bottles of champagne?
I think a lot
go to strip clubs and stuff.
I think a lot of girls do. Well, I don't know if they go to strip clubs, but they certainly do Mother's Day tours now.
I haven't seen too many of those yet. Speaking of which, by the way, Mother's Day on Sunday, guys. Don't forget, call your mom. And if you live at home, at least cook her something.
Or get some flowers or sweets, whatever. My mom is actually coming to Hamburg, but I have no time to see her because I have to cast. That is so bad.
Yeah, we have to... Well, you have to cast all day after work and then cast, so...
Yeah. Priorities.
It's gonna be a big tournament as well. Foggy, is he gonna make it? If he doesn't make it, man, I wonder how sad he's gonna be. It's gonna be pretty sad, probably.
Come on, bro. Meet your mom. She's more important. Hell no. 2-on-2 Cup finals, man. Can't miss that.
So she's coming on Sunday then, not on Saturday already.
No, she's coming on Sunday. Otherwise, I would meet her for breakfast. But they are doing. Yeah. They are visiting the Elbphilharmonie. And have I don't know, sightseeing in Hamburg, and I really don't feel like doing that.
Are they going to a concert or something? A classical concert?
No, I think they just, like, take a look at the building. And...
Okay. It's a pretty damn cool looking building.
It is pretty cool inside as well. I saw Helge Schneider in there, and the acoustic is really good.
High culture.
Yeah, I wanted to see Julian Baker there, but tickets are starting at 60 euros for a singer, songwriter, emo girl that is not really famous. So I said, okay, fuck that, 60 bucks way too much.
So her name is Julian.
Yeah, her name is Julian Baker.
Okay, I don't know.
I was confused as well, but that's how it is. She's really good. I think you would like it to a degree if you're in the mood. You need to be in the mood for that.
Yeah, I must say, the last time you recommended something for me, which was pretty much the same, like something I have to be in the mood for, it was pretty nice, actually, the Manchester Orchestra thingy.
Oh, yeah, that's really good.
Not something for every day, and I didn't like every song, but some of it's really good.
Dude, did you see my tweet, man? 5 new Coheed and Cambria albums announced. Hell yeah! I was overjoyed when I read this.
Sounds like someone's baiting Kanye, yo. And as you told me in the past, they cannot make bad music, so that means 5 awesome albums.
Well, 1 album of theirs is only good, so I expect at least 5 good albums, but the first one should definitely be a masterpiece after 4 years now? 3 years? I don't know.
Masterpiece.
I mean, almost everything they do is a masterpiece.
Oh, you like the new color, by the way, Neo, that they chose?
Is it citrus or something?
Isn't it?
Or
I don't
lemon?
know, actually.
Or lemon?
Right,
something like that?
Yeah, Warcraft3.info. No, wait. Later. I think it might be mint.
Mint? How's that green?
I mean, it's kind of green. It's green and yellow.
But that's not mint. Oh, maybe it is. It's like... The undead base looks way more yellow than the human base, or is it just me? Maybe because there's grass underneath the buildings?
Forces are under attack.
I don't know, man. Colors and brains and eyes are weird. Mountain King again for Reprisal and Lucifer. Of course, the winner goes into the winner bracket final. That means top 3 guaranteed. That means $300 guaranteed. And of course, the chance to boost it up to 630 for the second place, or 1,100 for the first place. Blade Master not in time to steal anything here. It's again a ring of protection for the MK.
Player's forces are under attack.
Oh, is he really? This was 2 peasants lost so far. He went for a power build, so this is very expensive in lumber. The undead can make up for that, but Lucifer doesn't have a ghoul build here, so he's not gonna have like more than 3 ghouls. So this could be an extremely late tech for Reprisal this time around.
It's a stumble though. Oof. 13 HP.
The new Stormbolt nerf, boys.
Yeah, right? It's... Oh, is it?
A
No,
player's
it's
forces are under
just level
attack.
1.
Yeah, it still does less damage in level 1 though, a little bit. So, the second job seems to be going to the Chinese, or can Lucifer do something about this? The ward, of course, always valuable. And quick fingers, he gets the last hit.
Nice.
The ward goes to 1-0 though.
The item to Lucifer, and 1-0 is losing more HP here. Nobody did go for the centaur, right? Quite rare. That is oftentimes a target. Stormbolt surrounded a grunt though. Here we go. Is it? Oh, I can pop him out. Second pop by Fly today.
Well done. Those top orcs, they never miss those. They never misplace their Blade Master.
T2 tech for Fly on the way. 1-0 is following. Wow. Still tier 1 for Lucifer. Still tier 1 for Reprisal. Is an expansion like absolutely necessary for them and for that tactic?
I guess so. And the militia, they were moving out. He's considering bringing them or not. But this time, the Chinese team is aggressive. There's no way he can expand right here.
Yep, it's basically the same as on the first map. Can he steal this one? Yep, got it. So Mountain King far away from level 3. He has a lightning shield though. It's pretty good in 2-2. If you position it right.
The Korean's completely out of mana though. Can't use any spells at the moment. Oh, that lightning shield. Could do decent damage, and it actually does force him back for a little while. But Focus Fire will get rid of that footy sooner or later. One Stormbolt's gonna be ready again in 5 seconds. What's he gonna go for? DK's around, Fiend kill.
Just retreating. Saving it for later. Blade Master is healing up. It's actually an expansion here. Pretty aggressive. And of course, this will be under pressure the entire game.
Okay, I thought they were gonna have more trouble actually setting this up, but it's working out okay. Last coil used. One Stormbolt ready. I would like the lightning shield on the DK actually.
Yeah.
That guy should be way more tanky. Oh, speaking
Stormbolt
of
again on
tanky,
the
the Blade
blade.
Master doesn't seem to be that. He has the Wind Walk, not in time!
Also, no TP, no potion. Is that really how you play it, man? Against this hero combo. Beastmaster second with Bash Bear first? 1-0 trolling already, or what is it? I mean, the normal damage is nice. Is this a do or die go for the Chinese team? Do they think they need to kick it now?
I think so, like a Beastmaster doesn't transition, not well. Not even in the 1v1, but in the 2v2 it's even worse. Here's the SH now. Serpent Wards actually would be nice. Serpent Wards!
It's an all-in for 1-0 and Fly. If they can't break it now, they will fall apart later.
MK has a TP out. Oh no, reposition TP. To join with Lucifer, kind of. He has one Stormbolt in a moment. There's so many important targets here. What do you even go for?
The bear survives surprisingly long. Okay, he just re-summoned it. Alright. Arcane Tower is gone, so not that good anymore against the towers. The Shadow Hunter is losing some HP. Blade Master is coming in. Do we have a coil? Yes, but it's only level 1, so the nuke isn't that great.
So many serpent wards!
Yeah, man, it's crazy. I think they can break it.
As we learned from the Master Star-Shaped. They're Imba now, guys. They're OP. And here they actually do look very good. And this expo seems to be toast.
It's not too much damage. It was a huge commitment. Going Beastmaster and going wards first, so no hacks. But it's still tier 1 for Reprisal. Lucifer is still tier 2, not even a Slaughterhouse.
Are under attack.
Oh, and this feat might fall. But yeah, this expo is gone.
Blade Master only level 1, dude. Still, he has really suffered this game. Don't see him becoming too relevant. So who are the damage dealers here? We don't have a Lich, we have a weak-ass Blade Master.
Yeah.
There is gonna be a Lich third, of course, to carry the orb, but he's gonna have pretty minimal progress as well.
Well, Fiends are always damage dealers, Destroyers are always damage dealers. But will this be enough? I don't know. Especially not once there is higher tiers for Lucifer and Reprisal, and we see that ridiculous hero focus again, because like the Blade Master is quite squishy, the Shadow Hunter is, and the Beastmaster can be nuked as well.
Yeah. And tier 2 for Reprisal only just started, my goodness. He is in the Stone Ages indeed. It's MK not as over-leveled as the last game, but he's almost level 3, so that's nice. Red camps could be the determining factor. Brilliance aura, the dream, but also endurance aura. Could be pretty unfair here, these drops for the Lich. Catcast gem. Oh, it's different drops here.
Yeah.
I forgot those.
Don't know if it was changed though.
I think it was always these. Or was it?
Maybe the dragons are the auras now.
A player's forces
I
are
don't know, actually.
Invis Potion by 120. He wants to steal something. Of course, we keep an eye on those items. Talisman of Evasion. Whoa, that Shadow Hunter was hurt.
They bought the Razorman. No, wait, what's it called? Like the Quilby's thingies, you know?
Yeah.
What are they called? Razorback?
Bristleback. Oh yeah, that's Dota, right?
Players' forces are under attack.
In the top left, at the red camp, that thing. You have it in Chinese as well, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's Razorman. Or Razormane or something.
Yeah, Razormane. That's the one, I think.
DK is not exposed, but quite hurt.
Oh, he can cast healing ward. That's why.
Yep. We have Hawk on 3? On 2?
A player's forces
How
are
did the
under attack.
Beastmaster level up to level 3 that fast? Oh, Sobi Mask and Pandit.
And how do you not skill the Bash Bear, dude? That's the real question. Come on, man. I mean, against modern teams, the Hawk's pretty sick, of course.
Yeah. Razormane Medicine Man. Thanks, Wanderlust.
Town is under siege.
Crypt Lord coming for Lucifer. That means he is on tier 3 now. Close to level 4 here. Close to level 3 on the Lich. That's big. Reprisal is on tier 2 as well. The Archmage second, so no banish this time. Without an expansion, maybe he doesn't want to rely on that. And that means we won't see water teams this game.
Yeah,
And
they're
no
under
Archmage.
pressure. Can you repair this in time? I certainly doubt it. The scary push!
Almost
From
at
the
100
Chinese.
supply. Plus the summons, obviously. Plus the heal wards that he has. So it's time for a decision for Lucifer and
Players'
Reprisal.
forces are under attack.
Okay, and they decide to defend it.
But Reprisal has nothing but footies.
Yep.
How is he supposed to make a stance here? Make a stand.
You can help with hero focus. And I think that is what they have to do.
Yeah, I think so too.
There's no
But there's
TP.
Spirit Link.
There's no TP on the org.
Alright, here we go. MK coming in from the north, Lucifer from the south, the sandwich. But the upper part of the sandwich is pretty small. MK getting focused right away. He doesn't have a TP. He doesn't have an invul or anything. Impale coming in to save his life, but it doesn't seem to be good enough as he's dropping lower and lower. And the first hero for the human falls. Now the Fiends seem to be next on the menu. Lucifer losing the first one quickly. Lich as well dropping low for 1-2-0, but there is a coil. Impale, this one hitting pretty well. Lightning Shield on the Blade Master as well. More damage towards the Fiends. Once they're gone on Lucifer's side, this should be the win for the Chinese. They're moving forward. They have such a big force. Heal Ward, Serpent Ward, Speed Scroll, Spiritling, everything in the middle. The Cryptlord dies. The coil not in time. Even towers coming up now, and they're just grinding through this army. The DK almost died there for 1-2-0, but it wouldn't have mattered. The two heroes for Lucifer are surrounded. They would die. It is GG. And the Koreans drop down to the lower.
Dude, these heal wards, they lasted forever. And they were plenty. So yeah. That was, again, no expansion, no success for Reprisal and Lucifer. As you said, down to the lowest bracket, and now it's time for winner bracket semifinal number 2. The winners of yesterday, TH and Infi, they meet with the guys who eliminated Ted and Hainu, which is quite crazy, man. Shao KK and Joe Shishi versus TH and Infi coming up next, and then it's time for the one European team to fight for their survival. Todd and Cash versus Killjin and DPS. 1, 2, and 2 specialist and one guy we've never seen before. And then our last game of today is esl-radio and Chimiko versus TD and Hainu. So at least 3 hours more here at Back to Warcraft. I hope you stay tuned. We go into a little break.